G'day, Josh here, back on Chess Rush, and today's not going to be a video to do with gameplay. It's actually going to be jumping across to Twitter and checking in on this Ask the Devs post that Tencent has recently uploaded across all their social media channels. A little while ago, they put out a call for the community to ask some questions, and we're just now getting the answers. So I want to go through and break down some of the more interesting questions, starting with the third question on this screen. Will you implement a season pass system in the game? The answer being yes, a battle pass system is on the way. So that's very, very exciting. If you've played other Tencent games like PUBG Mobile or the Call of Duty Mobile, which is still in beta, but Tencent are developing, both of those have seasonal battle pass systems, which is a way for you to essentially unlock additional content as you grind out the game. You can, of course, pay for premium battle pass access as well. So very, very exciting. The question below that asking whether new skins for heroes will be added. The answer being yes. Tencent are working on a lot of new features for Chess Rush, and hero skins is definitely one of them. So that's quite exciting as well. Given that it's a free-to-play game, having additional content like skins and courier skins and different boards, definitely fun so you can pimp out your own personal experience. If we go across to the next slide, the third question down, will you add an offline function? That may happen, but not anytime soon. I'm not entirely sure why that would happen, as you're playing online against other opponents, but maybe if you had a bunch of friends in a local setting, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. The question below that, though, how will you support the game's competitive scene? Will there be official esports events and tournaments? We love esports, so we're actively exploring a number of possibilities related to this and the competitive scene. If it does happen, we'll be sure to let you know. I personally believe that it will be happening at some point in the future. There are already amateur tournaments happening, or unofficial tournaments, I guess you can call them. I know Premier Gaming holds a regular one on Twitch. Definitely check out their channel if you haven't already. They do a co-op tournament, which is quite fun to check out. When is the next update coming out? When will you release new heroes? So this is a big question. Chess Rush has a continuous cycle of small and large updates. Smaller updates are used to fix minor bugs and improve game balance, and we'll be releasing those soon. In fact, we've already had a few of those released, addressing certain bugs in the game and balancing, nerfing, buffing different heroes and combos. Then also our larger updates add new content related to new heroes and other fun stuff. The next big one is scheduled for August, so stay tuned. So at some point soon, maybe as soon as a week and a half from now when the start of August hits, or maybe towards the end of August, we'll be expecting some fun new content. The next question, how many weeks will each season last? That is addressing the Battle Pass question. And what rewards can we expect? The answer being that we will find out just after the first big update in August. So that essentially confirms that when we get the big content update in August, the addition of the Battle Pass will be coming just then as well. So that is exciting. Will you add a colorblind mode? Definitely. So that's already being planned on and worked on, which is great for those that have accessibility issues, that they can actually still experience this great game that the rest of us get to. How many new heroes will you add in a year? Great question. While it's hard to give you an exact number, we'll certainly be adding new heroes and content while keeping the game optimized and balanced. We like to keep things fresh and stable, so stay tuned for the August update for a taste of what's to come. So definitely cannot wait for that next big content update. The first question on this slide addresses the login issue. Some users had to log into their social media account every time they went into the game. So that is, Tencent are aware of that, and developers are working on a fix, which is great. The next question down also addresses the lack of communication between teammates, and sometimes that newer players or inexperienced co-op players don't share heroes with their partners. So Tencent are planning to add reminders to help address that issue as well. The next question is a bit of an odd one. When will it be possible to evolve legendary heroes to level 3 in classic mode? It definitely is possible. It's just very rare. There's not that many of each specific legendary hero, so you have to be very lucky to roll enough or to get enough of them to be able to turn them into a 3-star. Obviously, using Guru will assist with that as well. What are your plans for rebalancing the Druid class? It's too easy to evolve them to level 3. Well, that is the entire point of that combo. They don't have much else in terms of their combo. They were actually recently nerfed in that when you get them to level 3 or 3-star, they essentially have about 20% less health now. So they definitely went through a nerf recently. And I think they're pretty well balanced now. You don't see them overrunning the ranked games. Then we go down to the bottom question, which is an interesting one. Is this really a strategy game? I keep losing because my opponents always get lucky with their rolls. The answer there being, we're sorry to hear that. Strategy plays an important role in the game, but RNG, or random number generator, definitely has some impact as well. This mix creates a challenging but unpredictable environment where players must adapt when the odds suddenly take a turn for the worst. So this basically addresses the chance element in the game, which most games have. It's very rare that a game is purely strategy. I liken it to playing poker in that it's purely chance. Whatever the cards you get are the cards you get, and that there's no skill involved there. That's just random. The skill is in minimizing the amount of randomness in the game. So you'll find that the elite players, the elite chess rush players, just as well as the elite poker players, are those that can minimize the amount of randomness. So making all the correct small decisions to improve the chance of things going in your favor. So that's yes, there's strategy, yes, there's tactics, and yes, there's chance. That's what makes this game so fun. And we move on to the last slide. Will there be season rewards for achieving a high rank this season? Well, the season hasn't officially started yet, so there won't be any rewards until that content update in August, and then we'll have the Battle Pass season, that first season implemented, and at the end of that, we'll start getting rewards, as well as getting the Battle Pass rewards as you grind out the game. Will you add a guild or clan system in the game? And the answer being yes, working on this right now. We'll have it ready as soon as possible. So that is definitely exciting, as that means you get to sort of play a little bit more with your friends or work towards common goals and things like that. So that'll help with the playability of the game for sure. What is the rank gap for players that want to play together? So that means that if I want to invite a friend and we queue up together, it's one whole rank class. So for example, Knight 4 players can play with Bishop 4 players, but a Knight 4 player couldn't play with a Bishop 7 player because the rank difference is too high. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to queue with your friends. We will also be getting additional voiceovers in languages other than English and Chinese, which is great. Why do I see units costing 2 mana crystals in the first battle of the match? I'm not sure why that question's there, because it doesn't happen. I've never seen that. I've never seen anyone else that's seen it. You can only get 1 cost units on the very first round, and then 2 cost or tier 2 units are available beyond that. Will there be heroes rotating according to each season? That's a great question. Tencent are considering different ways to maybe implement this, as seasons will have an impact for sure. However, it's still a secret for now, so we will have to wait and see. The second last question, can we check the effect of each item? And you can do that by tapping on the items in your inventory or tapping on them once they're equipped on their heroes. You click on the hero, and on the left, you'll be able to click on that item. Of course, if you've got any more questions about items, I have done a item breakdown. One of my Chess Rush guides is all about items, so go and check out that video. And then the final question here that's being answered, can you show more information about the heroes in the shop before we buy them? We're planning on adding more information in the shop interface during the coming updates. There's a feature where you can check the hero's special ability just by tapping on their mana prices. So if you tap on the hero, you buy them. If you tap below it on the mana cost, mana crystals, then it'll actually bring up their abilities. But the more you play the game, you'll get more and more used to each of the heroes. And you can also close the shop, hit the top left button to bring up a sort of a guide book, and that talks through the heroes and the combos as well if you're still learning. So definitely check that out. And you've got the hero book on the main screen of the app. If we go back here, you've got that hero book there, which you can use to learn about all the different heroes. So essentially, the big news of this has been that in August at some stage, there will be a massive new content update that will for sure include the start of season 1 with battle pass style rewards coming. So I cannot wait for that. Let me know in the comments down below what you're most excited for and what you hope comes to the game soon. Definitely subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content from me. And thank you so much for checking out this video.